Mars, and this is my Be the Change. Okay, so my main objectives for my project were to watch 4 movies per month, which is kind of difficult, but I mainly did it, except for like the last 2 months, which were my months to prepare for college, because I kind of want to test like if I actually do want to go into movies in some sort of way. In my research, I found that fictional characters can act as motivational agents, which I found to be true because during this project, it was really hard for me to find a motivation or like some sort of way to make me want to do this project. And yeah, so this was my Protestant documentation. This was me and my sister playing around with filters while we were watching a movie. So for January, I watched Romance, which I thought I was going to enjoy more than I actually did, but it was alright. And then February, I watched kind of movies based on cinematography, which were actually really good because I figured that I enjoyed a lot more movies that were like based on art and like the visual aspects rather than the plot. In March, I watched movies that my parents chose the movies, and which I actually really liked because I found like my parents actually do influence like what I watch and that sort of thing a lot more than I thought. And April was like kind of me just like gathering my thoughts and like more research on like what I watched and what things I did like, what I didn't like. And I watched 28 movies total during this whole year. Okay, so trivia. What was the first movie by Pixar to receive a higher rating than G? Yeah.
The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Wow,
Sorry.
let's go.
Okay, in Big Hero 6, what were the animators basing Baymax's movements on? Yeah, Cage.
Simba Wrestler.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Yep. That was a baby full with a full diaper. And the last one, how long did it take to create each frame for the CGI scenes in Avatar? Yeah.
C.
No.
D.
No.
B.
Yeah. So this photo's a little interesting. It was me and my sister messing around in San Francisco, which was my month of, I think it was May. And it was the month where I kind of was like visiting like a bunch of different places in California, which is kind of where I want to go to college. And I found that I do want to go to college in Northern California because it was really pretty and we were messing around in vineyards, which was really fun. And the goals I didn't achieve were like broadening my film knowledge because like I felt that I was like repeating a lot of movies during my later months because again I was like really struggling on finding a motivation. And then I didn't really research different colleges, but I definitely like did see different parts of like Northern California and like Southern California. And then goals that I did achieve were like making a positive difference because I did like actually test like what kind of things I did like and what I didn't like and like areas I did and didn't like. I did watch 4 movies each month if they were new or not, but I did watch 4 movies, and yeah. And then lessons I learned were that I did lose a lot of motivation when I assigned a project or like assigned a task to do. And I found in my research movies are just not just a way to have fun but also a form of therapy. I found like if you assign like stress and assign like a task to it, then I lost that form of therapy in a way. And I found that to be true like not just with the project but with my gymnastics, which I quit in April because it was just like becoming too stressful and I used to enjoy it, but then like once I assigned things to it I really hated it, which I found like the same thing with my project. Thank you.